Gold Trophy, and Vendu sets off in the lead here from Upgrade and Polar Prospect and Rainbow Frontier. Just in behind them as Rain Watch as they sort themselves out. Tote on the outside of the field. In centre field as they come towards the first of 8 flights. Vendu jumps it a bit extravagantly but lands safely all over the first. Rain Watch in second, then Upgrade third, followed by Rainbow Frontier on the inside of City Hall. They're followed in the centre by next Mr. RM and Polar Prospect from Siren Song back in the field. Two Chefs on the outside of runners from Amige, and further back in the field is Benetton as they start to swing left-handed now and go towards the back. This packing field of 18. Just behind Benetton at this early stage is Effectual with Sharpicle, and Wakil is right there as well. Tuchev in centre field. Well back in the field, Decoupage with Armige, and then Dreams End. They're followed by Sadler's Realm, and 2 lengths away Shankar at the rear of the field. Heading down the back towards the first, I should say the second. First one down the back, and Vendu a half length in front. Draws towards it now. She jumps it well, the mare. All mistake by Rain Watch, and very lucky to stay on his feet. Jumping it in second there is Upgrade. In third is City Hall from Polar Prospect, and then tucked away behind them Siren Song. Further back in the field then at this stage we see Mr. RM from Rain Watch, and then Rainbow Frontier tucked away. Tuchev is on the extreme outside. He's keeping well out of trouble, Adrian Maguire. Wakil is right there in the centre as they come to number 3. Rainbow Frontier back in the field from Decoupage. They're followed then by Amige. Well out the back is Sadler's Realm at this stage from Shankar and Dreams End, and also Effectual. Heading over the side now towards the 9 furlong marker. This is flight number 4 coming up in the Tote Gold Trophy, and showing the way on the right of picture is Vendu. In the centre is the grey there with the blinkers is City Hall. They jump it almost together from Upgrade, and Rainwatch is gone now. He's catapulted his rider out of the saddle as they head out of the back now, and the leader City Hall from Vendu the inside, then Upgrade in third from Polar Prospect. Further back in the field there is Tuchev is cantering on the outside as he starts to stride up 3 and 4 deep. He's kept well out of trouble, Adrian Maguire. Just in behind them as they head around that turn as Sadler's Realm has made some good ground, but racing across the top of the track now, and the leader here is City Hall on the inside with the blinkers, a length and a half clear of Upgrade. They're followed by Tuchev, who's sitting poised on the outside. Then Siren Song in fourth from Polar Prospect, then Amige further back. Then at this stage is Upgrade from Sadler's Realm the outside. Further back in the field then as they round the corner Effectual, and then Wakil who's on the inside of runners. They straighten up for home now. They've got 4 flights left to jump in the Tote Gold Trophy, and City Hall over on the far side is just the leader from Siren Song. Tuchev coming towards the near side. There's a faller back in the field there. It's Upgrade. Upgrade's gone as they head now towards 3 out, and it's City Hall on the far side who's just the leader over it from Siren Song. They're followed then on the near side by Sadler's Realm. Tuchev now being shaken up in the centre. Amige is running on well, but City Hall, the one they have to catch with 2 left to jump that well. Decoupage is coming on strongly now, followed then by Sadler's Realm, then Amige. They're 4 or 5 lengths to Tuchev, who hasn't found a thing. They've got 1 flight left to go. Decoupage on the near side looms up now, throws out the big challenge to City Hall, then follows Sadler's Realm, and further back is Amige coming towards the last. Decoupage jumped it well, takes it up now from City Hall, then Sadler's Realm behind them, followed by Amige, but Decoupage is going to canter away with the Tote Gold Trophy. It's Decoupage who goes on to win by 4 or 5 lengths. Tight for second. Photo there between City Hall on the far side and Sadler's Realm the near side. Then Amige in fourth. So the 1, 2, 3, 4, number 11, Decoupage is the winner. Ridden by Jimmy McCarthy. Photo second between 6 City Hall, Robert Thornton, and 15 Sadler's Realm, Robert Widger.
Amazingly, they hadn't gone a great gallop, but Rainwatch, who'd made 1 quite bad error before he finally parted company with Tony McCoy, who's having a terrible afternoon, Scoop.
Yeah, that's life, isn't it? You know, you have good, that's the life of a jump jockey. You have good runs and bad runs. I can't quite pick him out amongst all, can't quite pick out Rainwatch amongst all there. You'll see him.
He's right in the middle there.
You see a hurdle go down, and you can't really see what happens. You see a hurdle go down, you see the horse's head go up, and poor Tony McCoy go out of the side door there, so couldn't quite see what happened. But I suppose what a load of rubbish I talk, really. I was just saying that Decoupage may not get the trip round here, but on this better ground today, as you say, they haven't gone as quick as we thought they would. He's absolutely cantering there under Jimmy McCarthy. Sorry for Norman Williamson, but great for Jimmy. He doesn't get the opportunities he deserves. City Hall, the grey horse on the inside's run a great race. Benetton, as David Ellsworth said, on the left-hand side here, has run a fine race, but really, what a lovely feeling for Jimmy McCarthy against the last year.
Absolutely cantering. We've got to also mention the favourite, who's back in 6th place at the moment, looked to be cantering until the pressure was turned on and then flat.
Yeah, as I said, I thought he may not get the trip round here, Decoupage, but when you see a horse going as well like that and then prick his ears as he did going to the last, you can just see how much energy he's got. If I hadn't seen the first part of the race, I'd have thought he'd just jumped in from the second last. He was going so well. But, you know, a lovely sight, and very pleased for Charlie Edgerton. I think that's his second Tote trophy, isn't he? Because he won it with myself. But angle here, this side, you've got City Hall, and what a lovely feeling for
Skew. He's run a super race for Val Ward. She's doesn't have a big stable, but a big jump too there from him. But she does particularly well with the horses. Even when they don't win, they run right up to their very best form. It's a pretty desperate fight for second place, and although we still haven't heard the photo for that, it is the grey horse, in my view, that just holds on to second place. But Jimmy McCarthy, there he was. He came here today expecting to watch the Tote Gold Trophy. Poor Norman Williamson, injured, and here he is riding the winner, Jimmy.
It is rather nice now to see jockeys showing a little bit more emotion when they win. At one time that would have been very much frowned upon, a wave with his stick at the crowd, but lovely to see. And as I say, how delighted I am for Charlie Edgerton. Hasn't got the biggest yard of horses in the country, but he's a very astute trainer, really puts a lot of effort into the placing of his horses, and he's produced this horse spot on to win as Claire said earlier, the richest handicap hurdle in Europe, I think.
What was amazing for me was that normal hectic pace just wasn't there.
That's right. You know, I was talking about the bunching beforehand. They didn't. They went a nice, sensible cant, and it so often happens as Norman Williamson just congratulating Jimmy McCarthy there. Poor Norman, his neck is hurt, I think, isn't it, Richard?
Spasms in the neck.
But Norman's had a terrific season, but unfortunately he's missed one today.
Here is the result of the second photo for second. Second, number 6, City Hall. Third, number 15, Sadler's Realm. And fourth, 14, Amige. Now, Decoupage has got a quote of 20-1 from 66 with Coral for the champion hurdle. He was one of 5 entries in the champion hurdle who ran in today's Tote Gold Trophy. You can get 33s from 66s with Hills. Istamrak still a 7-4 on favourite, remains unchanged. But Decoupage, a lucky ride for Jimmy McCarthy, but he's made full use of it. And winner number 17 of the season for Charlie Edgerton, who's done pretty well with his team.
And Decoupage wins at 6-1. Number 6, City Hall, 20-1 was second. Got the better of that photo. Beating Sadler's Realm into third place at 16-1. And fourth, Amige at 50-1.